Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, so today's topic is about the geotechnical engineering report. Whenever you are working as a structural designer or as a foundation designer, or even sometime as a building analyst, you will have to go through different types of geotechnical engineering reports. So here I do have one geotechnical report in my hands that we use for the design purpose of our house. Okay, this was a house that we were going to design, and I'm just going to show the different terminologies that have been used and the important terminologies that are used for the design purposes. Okay, so at first page of a geotechnical engineering report, you will see this table of contents. Here at table of contents, the first thing is journal, and in journal the first thing is introduction, the objective, and the work plan and methodology. So introduction actually gives us a brief of the plot, that what is the plot number, what is the purpose of this design, and all its related data. And an objective, we just get the purpose of this geotechnical engineering forward. Like I will just show it to you that in this journal report you can see geotechnical investigation of plot and all this thing has been introduced here. Now here you can see an objective. The main objective of this investigation are discussed below. Okay, so here are the different objectives of this investigation report, like to collect and analyze soil type and soil properties. All these things, like for these are 6 different points that have been done in this objective purpose. Here you can see the 6 different objectives. Okay, why do we do this report? Actually an objective we explain this. Okay, to determine the location of the groundwater table, to ascertain the suitability of the soil as a construction material. So all these are the points that have been explained in this complete set of this big book actually, that explains all the data which we do need for the design purpose of this house. Okay, work plan and methodology. So in this work plan and methodology, the soil investigation or the geotechnical engineers have actually explained that how we have performed this process. Okay, so this is what we call the work plan and methodology. Okay, so the first thing is selection of site, location, and number of boreholes by client, drilling of 2 boreholes with percussion machine up to maximum of 15 feet depth. Okay, so this is what we call the work plan and methodology. Now in this whole report, the important thing is actually that you need to focus on is one single page. Okay, this is what we call the important. Okay, now here, from here, the calculation and recommendation, recommended bearing capacity. This is the important. If you are in hurry, you just need to go through this page. Okay, being a structural designer, this is the important point for you, that what are the calculation and what is the recommended allowable bearing capacity. This recommended allowable bearing capacity actually is of importance for you people, because if you are going to design a house, you will be needing this recommended allowable bearing capacity. So there we have used two okay, actually the geotechnical investigation report gives us options that what can we do with this house. So you can see that the first thing is without basement. As you can see that without basement means if you want to design a house that won't be having any basement, then the strip footing will be having 0.9 TSF bearing capacity. Okay, strip footing means that if you want to design a house, then you will have to provide strip footing. Now the technical investigation report has suggested a type of foundation. So this is one of the beauty of geotechnical investigation report, that which type of footing you can use, like isolated footing or strip footing or raft footing, mat footing, or whatever it is. It will just suggest you that what type of footing will be used or foundation will be used. So this has suggested us with basement Okay, I will just read it. The allowable bearing capacity for the proposed structure is given below. Excavation should be 5 feet deep far without basement from the existing road level. So if this is our road level, okay, I am just showing it to you. If this is our road level, then this is RL, I will call it road level. Then for the foundation, without foundation, we will go 5 feet below, and there we will get 0.9 TSF, 0.9 tons per square feet bearing capacity of soil, and there we can place our strip footing. So this is without basement. Now we all know that as we go down, normally the bearing capacity increases. So here you can see that with single basement, now we all know that for single basement we will be going almost 12 or 13 feet below the existing road level, and then we will have to fill it and all those things. So here they have given us that 8 feet depth with single basement from the existing road level may be taken as strip footing with 1.2 TSF. So you can see that the bearing capacity just increased as we went beyond the level without basement. So here we have 1.2 tons per square feet of the bearing capacity, that is of importance for us. Okay, so this was important for all of us, and the reason is being a structural engineer, you just do need to study and to understand how to study the geotechnical engineering report. This was important for all of us. Okay, now the conclusion, you do need to study this conclusion as well, because this also gives you some of the hidden things that are going to be faced during the construction process. But important things were that that I have explained for you, that was which type of footing will be used, and what will be the depth of footing, and what will be the bearing capacity of this soil. So this was all about the geotechnical investigation report, that how can you study and how can you understand the different terminologies. Now this is a complete book where the methodologies has been explained, where, like, I will show it to you here. You can see the borehole locations are given, also the different soil types at different level here are given, the value of SPT are given here, the soil type is given. This is as per USCS. This is the sample type, and all this lithological description, everything is given. But the important thing that is of importance for all of us is actually the bearing capacity and the foundation type that are suggested by the geotechnical engineer or the geotechnical expert of this geotechnical investigation report. So this was all about today. I just wanted to share with you that how will you people explain and understand the different points in any geotechnical investigation reports. I hope that you would have learned these phenomena, and you would have taken the things that I wanted to share it with you. Please share your comments, and if you have any question, your questions are always welcome. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.